So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. A very warm welcome to everyone joining us today for this session organized by PSF Mumbai on 15 free AI tools to boost productivity. Before we begin, let me share a quick overview for this program. First, before this session, we'll have Qur'aan recitation along with introduction about PSF, that what all PSF does. Then post session will be having a Q&A where you can post your question. And before we start, I would like to introduce Mazhar Bhai, who is our core team member along with the founder member of PSF Mumbai. So over to you, Ms. Mazhar Bhai.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. For this program, we have chosen some ayat of the Quran, Surah Al-Mubarakah, Surah Al-Imran, from 190 to 195. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربنا إنك من تدخل النار فقد أخزيته وما للظالمين من أنصار ربنا إننا سمعنا منادي ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتينا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزينا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد فاستجاب لهم ربهم أني لا أضيع عمل عامل منكم من ذكر أو أنثى بعدكم من بعد فالذين هاجروا وأخرجوا من ديارهم وأوذوا في سبيلي وقاتلوا وقتلوا لو كفرن عنهم سيئاتهم ولأدخلنهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ثوابا من عند الله والله عنده حسن الثواب صدق الله العظيم. The translation of these ayat in English is: surely in the creation of heaven and earth and the alternation of the night and the day, they are a sign for the people of understanding. Those who remember Allah while standing, sitting, or reclining on their back and reflect in the creation of heaven and earth, saying, O Lord, you have not created this in vain. Glory to you. Save us then from the chastisement of the fire. O Lord, whomsoever you cause to enter the fire, him you indeed bring to disgrace, and there will be none to succor the wrongdoers. Rabbana innana sami'na munadi yunadi lil iman. O Lord, we indeed heard the crier calling to the faith. saying, "Believe in your Lord." So we did believe. Our Lord, forgive us our sins and wipe out our evil deed and make us die with truly pious. Our Lord, fulfill what you promised us through your messenger and disgrace us not on the day of resurrections. Indeed, you never go back to your promise. Their Lord answered the prayer thus: I will not suffer the work of any of you, whether male or female, to go to the waste. Each of you is from the other. Those who immigrated and they are driven from their homestead and were persecuted in my cause and who fought and were slain, indeed I shall wipe out their evil deed from them and shall certainly admit them to the garden beneath which river flows. This is their reward from their Lord. And with Allah lies the best reward. Sadaqallahu Azim. Over to you, Sister Insha.
Jazakallah khair, Mazal sir, for this beautiful and uplifting recitation and truly inspiring translation. Next, I would like to invite Murshid sir, who leads the PSF Service to Professionals vertical, to give us an introduction to PSF Mumbai and share his vision and mission. Over to you, Mr. Murshid sir.
Thank you, Sister Aisha. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I'm not going to take much time. I'm going to take another 5 minutes of yours just to give you an introduction about PSF Mumbai, what we are, who we are, what we do, and why we do. So basically, it's a group of professional Muslims. We operate within the Mumbai and its suburbs. It's a non-for-profit organization, and basically very simple to main objective. It's basically the self-development of the professionals and also the community service, right? So we'll come to it. How do we do it, right, in our approach? So we have the different wings in which we operate. We have service to professionals. We have job and career guidance, startup and consulting, social service, and engagement and networking. So these are the basic things which we do for the self development. I'll probably quickly skim through these slides. I'll just walk you through the mains one. So in terms of service to professionals, we try to think of an approach where we can help the professionals in their career, and also if they want to upgrade themselves, how we can do our best. What would be our contribution? So in terms like many professionals like to do the certification, right? PMP, CSM certification. So we try to have a very discounted rate for those professionals. You can see on the screen, right? So basically we have a tie-up with the institutes where we try to organize a batches of professionals who want to get it to the end, and then they get a good discounts on that. Apart from that, this is the one of the master classes which you are attending. It's also a part of a series which we organize. So you can see this, right? Service to professionals. We have been doing this master class from past 1.5 years now, and we always we choose a theme, and then we try to operate over 6 months. And currently, the theme is AI in machine learning. So that's the reason you have been attending this AI session. And prior to that, last month also we had one AI session. So we try to also upgrade any professionals who are in the fields of IT who want to upgrade himself or herself. This is a very best platform, right, in terms of masterclass to get you the overview from the industry experts who are already working in the industry, and they can give you the best output on that. So these are some themes which you have chosen, and this keeps on refining based on the trends, right? Digital marketing, which was going high. We also had some conduct a lot of sessions on that. So currently AI and machine learning, which we're trying to do. So these are some of the glimpse of the sessions which we had. It's not only the online sessions, we also have some offline sessions as well, where people can turn up with their own laptops, they can do a hands-on session. And it's not only the lecture kind of thing, it's just you just come there and you also do it in a hands-on level and try to experience what we are doing at the first hand. Apart from the sessions, the online sessions, there are courses also organized. Like we have scheduled a full stack developer course, and then we have also digital media course. So it's kind of a very discounted rate for the professionals who join this uh, PSF Mumbai. So it's very discounted session for them, and the instructor is also from the professional background, right? He is also currently working in the industry. So we had some very good results. People who were not placed, they found a job, And the people who want to upskill themselves in their career, they found themselves from the back-end developer to becoming a full stack developer. And apart from that, we also ensure that since we have a very good pool of professionals in a team, right? They come up with a lot of jobs from their industry. So we have a portal as well, psfmumbai.org/portal, where we try to upload the latest jobs. And if you can go based on your selection, you can go and check the jobs on that as well. And then this is our core social service front. As I told you, right, it's not only about the self-development of the professionals, also about the community service. So there are a lot of verticals which are working in the core social service. So these are some of the glimpses which we have worked in the past from the PSF Mumbai. Two other main flagship projects for PSF Mumbai is the Kafalat and the Neki Basket. Kafalat is about basically sponsoring the main foundation of Kafalat is for sponsoring the child education. And if you go on the portal, you will find some other funds as well for water and hygiene, medical aid, emergency relief, and legal aid. But the way this kafalat operates, it's like the child is recognized whether it falls under certain criteria. It had all these sanity checks are performed based on some criteria. If it fits into the criteria, then the child is uploaded on the portal, and then we have a fundraising platform there, educatechild.in. It's currently undergoing a major shift in terms of the look and feel. But based on all the sanity checks, that the child reports are uploaded, and then we have the donation driven through there from the Kafal project. And alhamdulillah, we have gone through a lot of students who have passed through the 10th standard, and it is from first to 10th. And there are a lot of child who are uploaded from the different parts of the Mumbai, and they have been supported by the professional teams as well. So these are some numbers in terms of the students which we are supporting. Probably numbers could change, not the latest one, but this is tentatively the numbers which we are trying to support from the different areas of the Mumbai location. And these are some of the reports. We try to keep it very transparent in terms of the donations between the student and the donor. So the donation doesn't go directly to the student's account. It basically goes to the school's account, right? So fees is paid after the sanity check is done. Once the donor wants to donate, the fees routes through the school account, and directly from the school, the fees is paid. So it's the parent doesn't have to go. And the student has to perform at a certain level to take that particular scholarship, right? If it is not within the 50%, then probably it is dropped from the next year. So it also has to maintain the academics as well in that. Make Basket also works on a similar lines, like Kafalat. It's basically for feeding the poor. Like it's the principle is that. So funds is collected to a central pool, and then using that we have different areas where we have this cooked food like a community kitchen, which has been distributed. There's an app and also a website being in process where they can go and just have a scanner, and then they can take a ration from the ration nearby, sponsored by the sponsor. Apart from that, we also have a group connections on weekends and everything for cricket, football, all those kind of engagements we have. So that keeps the community together, right? So basically, that's what we have to have a community. So that's it from the Kafalat and also from the PSF Mumbai introduction. Over to you, Mr. Insha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Murshid sir, for introducing PSF Mumbai and the work and contributions being done by PSF Mumbai towards the society. Before moving ahead with the session, I would like to do a quick announcement on the course which we are starting today on Postgres SQL. It's basically 500. The registration fee is 500 for students and researchers, and 1,000 for working professionals. In this course, everything is been covered from end to end, with theoretical concepts to practical knowledge. As a part of the first masterclass which we held this year, Postgre Masterclass. So for the same, we are continuing with the course, which is of the duration of 12 weekends. Each Sunday, it will get repeated. So if anyone would like to enroll for the same, registrations are still open. So now, without further ado, I'm thrilled to introduce Ms. Muskaan Shaikh, who will lead our session for today on 15 free AI tools to boost productivity. She is masters in computer science and currently working with NEC Software Solutions in generative AI core team. So over to you, Muskaan Shaikh.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I'll just share my screen and we can start. So today we'll be taking a look at a few free AI tools that can help boost your productivity and which can be really helpful for speeding up day-to-day tasks. These tools have been chosen from 6 broad categories, so they can be useful to people regardless of their current field of work or their current background. Firstly, we'll look at some web productivity tools. Um, First, let's take a look at Brave. This is a browser that has inbuilt AI. This is called Leo. What Leo AI does is that it can summarize a page for you. So you can get a very quick short summary of whichever page you are on. And it can even suggest further questions to ask with regards to the page, like what is Brave's approach to blocking third-party ads. This works on any web page, not just Brave's own web page. Secondly, there's some interesting tools here where you can just a second. So over here you can put in some text like you want you can change the tone to say funny. You can put in something like what is Brave's privacy policy, and it will respond in a tone that's funny, as you can see over here. You can also use it to paraphrase some text or explain something and to create taglines or social media posts. So overall, it's a pretty helpful AI tool built into the browser. Next, we'll take a look at Arc. Now, the browser that I'm currently using is Arc. Along with its AI features, there are also some other features that make it very productive that you can use even without the AI. So first of all of my tabs are on the left. They are not at the top of my screen, which I think is very helpful considering that I can hide it like this. The AI feature in this case is you can see how many tabs I have open. So it's very cluttered. If I want to, I can just click on tidy and it will automatically sort uh, all of my tabs into categories. Now over here, it's just put everything into AI tools because that's what all of these are. But in a different space, you can see when I've clicked on tidy, there's AI video tools, there are form creation tools, AI writing tools, and so on. The other thing that AI does in Arc is that you can press Control plus F and you can ask questions to the page. So you can see it's gone through the page and given me a response. It can even cite the sections of the page. There's also another really nice feature that Arc has is that we can open tabs in split view. I think this is very helpful whenever I don't want to keep switching between tabs. And lastly, I would say another nice feature that Arc has is that you don't have to open a tab if you want to see what's in a web page. You can just press shift and click to open a page in peek view. See, it's opened in peek view. Now if I want to open it, I can skim through, and if I can decide if I want to open this page as a tab or not. Now the next tool is Perplexity. I already have it open over here, but I'll just, yeah. So Perplexity is something that we can use in place of Google. It's available as a browser extension in Chrome, and it's also available in Arc as a browser extension. So basically what it does is that you can put in a question, like over here, I put in a question, what is OpenAI up to? And what it does is that it goes through all of the search results, like the way you see search results in Google. We have to go through every link to find something that is relevant to us. Perplexity goes through all of the content on the page itself and generates a summary for you. It even cites all of the sources that it used to create this answer. It can, I asked it what is Notion as well. And it can even give you related questions that you can use for further research. So let's say we ask, what does AI do? Just to test. And to the left, you can also see that it gives us some images. So pretty helpful when you don't want to use Google. Google can take up a lot of time. So moving on, we now have chatbots and assistants. So we'll be taking a look at two chatbots, ChatGPT and Copilot. Now, I think at this point, all of us have used ChatGPT, or at least we've heard about ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is basically just a conversational AI which has been trained on a large amounts of data. It's pretty good for brainstorming or learning new concepts, and it can even help you create notes. The only drawback I've found in ChatGPT is that one, the knowledge is not up to date. Like the last knowledge update, the training data only goes up to October 2023. So you can't get any current information from it. If you're trying to code and some new packages have been introduced or something along those lines, you will not get the right answers. You won't find current news events on ChatGPT. Another issue is that when you ask similar types of questions repeatedly to ChatGPT, it will fall into a bit of a loop and keep giving you the same response over and over. One thing I want to point out with ChatGPT is also that please don't just put in something like write an essay on AI. This is fine, it will give you an answer, but whenever you want a good proper response, you need to add more detail in your prompt. This is a prompt. So for instance, let's just say I need you, this would be a better prompt compared to the one that I showed you before. So please make sure to always put in relevant details. Be very specific about what you want the AI to do, and just try to make sure putting the prompt in points is also a very good way to use ChatGPT. Now, Copilot. It's similar to ChatGPT. You can use it as an alternative to ChatGPT. I'd say they perform roughly the same, and both can be used to learn coding or any concepts that you might find difficult. I know that when I was a student, I used ChatGPT to simplify a uh, lot of topics in my subjects that were a bit difficult for me. So I've tested both of them, and their knowledge base ends at approximately the same time. So even Copilot will not give you current up-to-date information. Copilot and ChatGPT have web browsing capabilities, but there are limitations on those as well. Sorry. So we've seen chatbots and AI assistants. Next is writing and editing tools. Now, these can be used for pretty much any type of writing, Grammarly and Quillbot. Let's look at Grammarly first. Now, Grammarly can, if you're, suppose you are writing an essay or you are creating a Word document for your work or anything at all, you start typing here and it will point things out to you on the go. Like I've just put in some very grammatically incorrect text over here, and you can see that it has underlined things for me. Like this is incorrect. I'm missing something over here. So, and over here as well. This actually generated with ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to uh, generate text about AI as someone who speaks English as a third language. So this is what it gave me. Yeah, correct with assistant. The reason why Grammarly is pretty good to use is that you can set goals first of all, is what kind of audience you're targeting, how formal you want your uh, writing to be, and what is the intention of your story, intention of your writing. Like, do you want to tell a story? Are you trying to convince someone? The generative AI can take your text and you can improve it through AI. Like, look, we've generated some text that is supposed to be better than what we have over here. And you can already see that this Chinese food text has been changed to be more grammatically correct, and it's been changed to sound much better. Along with this, there's also, you can use it to brainstorm whatever you're doing. You can use it to create an outline. It can help you generate ideas. Like, look, it can paraphrase things. It can make something more informational. You can even rewrite for an expert audience and so on. See, you can brainstorm, identify gaps. I think it's pretty eh, fun to use as well. Look, we can change the text to sound anticipatory. So next, we will look at the other writing and editing tool, which is Quillbot. Now, Quillbot has quite a few different features. The first we can see is paraphrase. This will basically just rephrase whatever text you give it. So paraphrase. You can see what changes it has made. It's even changed the title and made it sound much different. You can select from the fluency and so on. It's available for a few different languages. Next, there's also a grammar checker. I'll take that bad text from grammar. Now we can see that obviously this text has a lot of grammatical errors, and it can tell you what is missing. Like, we need to add the article A over here. What is a good place for Chinese food? You just click on it and the corrections are added. Secondly, I think this is very interesting to use. We can analyze whether something is AI or not from here. Now, I already have some AI generated text from ChatGPT. Let's put this into the Quillbot AI detector and see what it says. See, it can tell you when something is AI generated. I've tested this already with non AI generated text and it works pretty well. So if ever you have a bit of text and you can't figure out if it's from AI or if it's been written by some person, you can always come to Quillbot and test it over here. There's also a summarizer that can just summarize things for you very quickly. He took all of this text and just turned into a very short paragraph. You can even get all of the summary in bullet points, or you can have a custom way that you want to see the summary in. Quillbot is and Grammarly both are available as Chrome extensions, and they are even available in Arc. Oh, one more thing about Grammarly is that you can get a performance score. It can tell you how readable your document is, how many rare words you are using, and so on. So basically, along with helping you write a good document, you can also learn English along the way. Like if there's any mistake that you've been making for a while that you didn't realize, Grammarly can help point that out to you. So we've seen the writing and editing tools. Finally, we come to design tools. Forms.app is first. Yeah. So forms.app can help you create forms very quickly and easily with their AI. All you have to do is just enter a prompt based on what you want. Like, yeah, look, it's already given you a generated prompt, but let's try to create a form for this session. Create a feedback form for an online education session. Now it's going to generate a form for us. See, there the form has been created, and these forms are very customizable and editable. You can add your own sort of other questions that you might want to ask, some text box that you need to get questions for, anything like that. You can add covers from open source image, like open source image repositories. Let's type in education. See, you can just very quickly create and customize forms. There are so many customizations available, and you can even share these with other people and post it wherever you need. My forms. The free plan will allow you to also get responses and 100 responses a month and 1,000 views per month. Now, this was another prompt that another form that I had created for uh, a similar thing, online non-profit education session. Yep. So yeah, forms.app, very quick forms. The next tool is Gamma. The presentation that you have been seeing so far has been created using Gamma. Gamma is also, it also works with a prompt basically. Like for instance, because sometimes it can take a bit of time to generate, I created this. It can create web pages, documents, and presentations, by the way. So I created a web page um, for free test health and wellness testing center. All I had to do was just put in a prompt, like see view source prompt. This is all I had to put in, just this prompt. Based on this prompt, it gave me an outline of what I want. Sorry. It gave me an outline of what it's going to create, all of the different parts it's going to put in. You can edit it right over here. You can select your source for the images, and all you have to do is just click on continue. Then it's going to create a web page for you, the one that we just saw. And all of this is very editable. You can just click and start doing whatever you want. And every part can be edited with AI. You can ask the AI to improve your writing, fix your spelling and grammar. You can even ask it to translate. You can try a different layout. You can add images. There's just a lot that you can do. See this, you just click on create new AI, go to generate, select whatever you want to generate, put in a prompt, and that's literally all you have to do. So Gamma is very good for presentations and web pages. Next is Canva. Now, most of Canva's AI features are behind a paywall, unfortunately, but it does give you a few free credits that you can use. Like in Dream Lab, you can just put in a prompt, whatever you want, and click on create, and you can generate images from a lot of different image generators that they have. Like for instance, not yesterday, a few days ago, I put in this prompt, a duck with Mardi Gras feathers, and I asked it to create images, and this is what it came up with. If you don't like it, there's always the option to recreate. But the reason I'm mentioning Canva also is because it's actually a very good tool for creating presentations even without AI. It's very easy to use. There are a lot of free templates available, and in general, it's just very good for creating presentations or of any sort. Now, it also has like a lot of apps that you can use. Yeah. So Canva is very nice even without its AI. You can instantly add a talking head video to your designs. You can generate realistic images, but there are limits. They have give you a few credits. You have to work with that. So we've seen all of these design tools. Finally, we now come to media generation AI. There's a lot of uh, hype around generative AI at the moment. So text to image generation AI is pretty popular right now. All of these take a long time to generate anything. So I can't give a live demo, but I do have things that I've already generated, which you can see. Free pick. So firstly, free pick. Again, very simple. You just put in an AI prompt. Oh look, the Grammarly extension is active. You can correct your prompt on the go with Grammarly. So now I put in the prompt colorful duck with a flower crown in impressionist style. Now it's not really impressionist style, but you do get a colorful duck with a flower crown. Every image took about, okay, these 4 images took around 5 minutes to generate. So generally that's how long we would have to wait if I were to do this right now. Over here, you can select what style you want the generated image to be. You can select if you want any specific effect. You can, okay, this is paid, so you can select character if you pay for it. But yeah, there's a lot of customization available in the image that you generate. Second, we have Adobe Express. Now, Adobe Express also has a lot of customization that you can do. We'll try generating an image in Adobe and we'll see how it goes. Now, this was also an image that I generated. Now, we generate an image in, let's generate a square image. Duckling with a flower crown. Here you also have the option to give reference images, okay? So like what kind of style you want the image to be, you can just upload a reference image. You can upload what type of composition you want. You can select the art type. You can select a style, right? And then very easy, just click on generate. It will generate in its own time. Let's try it on free pick as well. We might as well just try. We can check it at the end of the session. Oh, style. Let's go for illustration. Effect can be pastel. We'll come back to this later. Oh look, the results are here. I'm not sure. This was generated. I put in photo and palette knife style. So pretty nice, right? See, yep, it's done here as well. You can see it's generated animation, illustration style images, a duckling with a flower crown. If you like anything, you can obviously just download it and use it wherever you like. Next, we have text to video generation AI. Now, these are still very, these AI in general are still very, still in their development stages. So you don't always get exactly what you like, but it can be used as a foundation somewhere to start. So most of the good ones are unfortunately paid, but InVideo.io and Halio AI are both usable, I would say. I don't work with a lot of video or tech images, so this was the best I could. In my opinion, these are the best ones. So this InVideo.ai is very simple to use again. You just have to put in a prompt and create, and it will create, it will think about it and create some sort of outline, and it will generate a video. This video I generated last night. We can take a look at. The prompt was a duckling swimming in a river.
Why do 100% smile when you see ducklings swim? Meet Daisy, fluffiest little duckling in the list. Today's the big day, her first swim. At first, she's a bit hesitant, dipping her wet feet. Then, a little encouragement from now. Look at her go. Paddle, paddle, paddle. It's amazing how quickly she gets there. You can see the pure joy in her waddle and splash. Daisy's adventure reminds us. And next time you need a smile, because sometimes the smallest moments.
So all of this was AI generated. Even the commentary, all of these small, you can see that it was a bunch of videos clubbed together. All of those were taken from open source stock videos and images. But the point is that all of this was done by the AI. I didn't have to do anything other than put in my prompt. So we can put in another prompt here and we'll see if the video gets generated by the time our session ends. So we can take a look. Let's just go bird flying in the sky. Let's just generate a video for that. I am putting in very, very simple prompts. Whenever you use any sort of AI, please make sure that you use a prompt that is very specific. It explains everything you want in detail. Like if you want the what sort of camera angle you want, what sort of direction the camera should move in, anything, you should put it in your prompt. There's a reason that there are so many words allowed in prompts. Also, we can use, you can create AI shorts, make explainers, create animated films. There's just a lot that you can do. So if you're someone who works with images or video a lot, you can even consider going for some paid options. Now it's going to analyze everything and it's going to come up with a script and it's going to generate a video. This will take some time. We'll come back and see it later. Okay, this was also a Halio AI, also an a text to video generator. Here's my prompt. I just put in create a video of a duckling swimming in a river again. And this 6-second video is what the AI created. Looks pretty nice, I think. It's very easy. You can even recreate, you get a few free credits. So yeah, text to video. There's also an image to video option where you can put in an image and you can write what you want the video generator to create, and it will go ahead and create that video for you. Like you can see that all of these here were created with this Helio AI. Oh yeah, you can even take these generated videos and just recreate them by adding your own prompts, changing something, so on. So yeah, we've seen all of the media generation AI now. Now this is like my favorite section of AI because these are pretty helpful, I think, for students or teachers or anyone who's doing any sort of research really. The first up is Umata. Umata is something where you can upload a file, a PDF, a presentation, a Word doc, anything, and then you can go ahead and ask questions to it. For instance, I gave it this presentation of one of my project reports, and I asked, when you put in a PDF or a PPT or anything for the first time, it will even give you a summary at the top. It takes time, so I can't show it to you right now. I have put in a file, but let's see when it gets uploaded. So basically, these are the questions I asked. Which data sets have been used? And it showed me, it gave me all of the names of the data set along with the page it got that information from. If I click this page, it takes you to the page where it got this information. Like it saw 4 data sets. It went to page 7, it saw these spam mail, adult income, so on. It even gives you page numbers. Sorry, 3, 4, and 5. We can summarize any sort of thing that is available in the document. There's also an audio option where you can hear the generated response.
Findings indicate that the best performing models for each data set was followed in the Indians diagrams, SVM spam base.
So yeah, I think that's very useful. If you can even create AI reports, by the way, based on findings. So I think that's very useful. For instance, you can put in a chapter of a textbook over here, and you can use this to create notes. You can ask questions. You can ask it to explain things that you don't understand. The other questions that I had asked, what are the key takeaways? So it tells me that this report shows how selecting models based on data set is important. How was this study conducted? Can show you like everything that every step of this study. It's pretty useful for that. I have uploaded a file. I'm not sure if it's ready for. No, it's not ready for asking right now. Oh yeah, it can even if you put in a sort of, I put in a research paper, and we can ask it to describe the research paper. We can ask it to explain the images that are available in the paper. basically anything you want to know from the document you upload, you just ask and it's going to generate a very nice sort of summarized response for you. The next tool is Notebook LM. This is another note taking tool basically. Yeah, here it is. So over here again, I've put in a project report and I've put in a another project report, a different one. Here, one very interesting feature is that you can get an audio overview of whatever you are uploading. So I have already generated this audio overview. It basically turns the content of this project report into something like a podcast. I'll just play parts of it so you can see.
Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive, where we like to pick apart complex topics.
That's right.
And pull out some of those golden nuggets, knowledge, just for you guys. And today we're diving into a really fascinating topic. It's machine learning,
Yes.
and we're going to be talking specifically about a head-to-head comparison of 4 different models that are all vying for the title of top performer.
A battle royale.
Machine learning.
Battle royale.
Battle royale.
Each model brings its own unique strengths to the table.
Each one brings its own strengths.
Yeah.
And we're looking at this through the lens of a particular project report.
Okay.
That looks at 4 different models
All right.
across 4 distinct data sets. And we're not just talking about some theoretical action.
So basically, it went through my entire project report. It on its own decided what type of podcast to generate. It created its own script, and I've gone through this audio, and it's all based on my project report. There's nothing from outside or anything. And for anyone who has trouble learning through text, like not all of us can read text for long hours. Some of us are better at through some of us just do better with audio learning. I think this is very helpful for anyone who wants to on the go through their notes or go through their textbook or something like that. So when you upload something to Notebook LM, it will generate a quick summary for you, and you can use it to create anything really. You can use it to create notes. You can use it as a study to create a study guide, like a table of contents. It suggests questions that you can ask. And another interesting feature is that it is similar to Humata in that you can ask questions to your source documents. These are my source documents. I can just put in which data sets were used. And there it has given me a response. I can save this as a note. It is giving me parts of the document where it has received this answer from. Like, where did you even find this answer? See, name 3 evaluation metric used. It draws, it shows the evaluation metrics that were used: accuracy, precision, recall. These are all a part of that report. So yeah, this would be very helpful if you want to maybe create lecture notes, or if you want to create a lesson for your students, or maybe you just want to research something. You can even put in online articles into this and create a podcast from that. You can listen to that podcast on the go, like maybe you're commuting and you can just create that audio overview and listen to it as you go. So Oh, you can also select which source you want an answer from each time, by the way. Like, I'll change my source from project report to this GAN project and ask which data set was used. Yeah, see, now it's shocking only from this source document. Just answered from this. So you can have multiple documents over here and you can choose which you want to ask questions to. Next, we have Notion. Now, Notion is basically a bit of a workspace flow tool. Yeah. You can use it to manage your projects. You can use it to manage your studies. You can use it to create to-do lists, to create task lists. You can use it to manage your finances. You can use it as a health tracker. Basically, it's just a workspace. Everything you want to do, you can just put in over here. It has its own built-in Notion AI. Now, unfortunately, this AI will only give you about 20 free uses. But the reason I have included Notion here is because it is pretty helpful to productivity and it is very easy to use. Now, I just created this small page over here as a demo. I've added.
यार सिकंदर भाई घर देखे कि नहीं जी घर
Uh,
देखे कि नहीं
I think someone's mic is on. Yeah. So I've just put in these this text as a demo to show you how the AI works. Now the AI button is right here. Now you can ask it to summarize this page. You can ask it questions to this page. One other thing that it does is that it also translates to different languages. And one other feature is that whatever you have in your workspace, you might have like 10 files over here. You can ask questions to your workspace. Like I can just say which tools have I selected. And it will go through my workspace and it will tell me that I have put this in. And it will tell me which of my workspaces I've put this in. And I can just go there, see what has to be done, and so on. Now, it also has inbuilt search capabilities. I can just click on Sam Altman and click on Ask AI. And just who is Sam Altman? It's going to go and give me a response to whoever this person is. And yeah, explain. There's an option for explain, but that is good when you have a lot of content on your page that you want responses to. Like, for instance, imagine that you have 10 tasks over here and they are interconnected. So you can just click on one task and ask the AI to explain what to do. There are also options to improve writing. See, it just changed all of my text to something else. And you can choose the sources you want the Notion AI to access. And it's actually very easy to perform any sort of task. Like, look how easy it is just for me to move things up and down. Even the numbering gets changed by itself. It's very good when you have multiple things you're working on at once and you want to have manage them all in separate spaces. You can even embed videos right into the workspace. See, embed video. So it's very good for organization when you want everything in similar spots, in one space. What else can this AI do? You can ask it. Yeah. There are a lot of free templates available that you can use for uh, tracking habits, weekly plans, anything really. There's just, it's a workspace. You can go wild over it. Next, Otter AI. This is also a pretty interesting AI tool. This tool just very simply, it records audio basically and then converts it into a text. Then you can ask questions to that text. You can use it for brainstorming for ideas. The AI will just converse with you if you want. This is intended to be used for meetings. Like if you're in a meeting, you can just record the whole meeting, and then later you can come back and ask questions to the meeting to, like, what was the final aim of the meeting, something like that. I'll show you. I recorded something over here yesterday, and yeah, I asked what was the meeting about. So it just told me, it's assuming that this is a meeting, and it just gave me a response to that. You can add action items like things you have to do. You can see the transcript. This is the transcript. These are the things that was said. Right? You can try it out right now. You can get outlines. You can put in comments. There's a lot that you can do. We'll try a one recording right now, and we'll see what happens. So record. Otter is a transcription tool. You can use it in meetings to make sure you don't miss something from the conversation. There is also an AI chat available that lets you get answers to any question you have about the transcription. For instance, you can ask what was the meeting about. It will go through all of your recordings and generate a response too. Say it has recorded my transcript. You get 300 monthly minutes every month in the basic free plan, by the way. Now the AI chat, this is basically just AI questions, but it's processing. Yeah. It has taken all of what I said and transcribed it for me, and then I can ask what was the meeting about. See, it has generated content based on what I asked. Were any features described? It is answering from my transcript. Might be a bit difficult to understand because I'm talking about Otter in while using Otter. I could have used a different tool to talk about, but it's fine. So it will. Let's try one more recording actually. I'll speak about something else. I'll talk about motion. Notion is a workspace. You can use it to save ideas, brainstorm, take notes, create to-do lists, and a lot more. It has an inbuilt Notion AI that can answer questions from its knowledge base as well as from the workspace. Let's see. My transcript, yeah. See, the questions in the AI chat change based on what your meeting was about. See, it takes your meeting recording as a context and gives you all sort of different answers. I can, which tools have been discussed? Yeah. So it's going through my recordings and just answering questions for me. There's a lot to that you can explore in this tool. It's pretty fun, I think. Very helpful if, for instance, maybe students have online lectures these days. If there is a subject that you possibly find difficult, you can just record that a lecture of that subject and ask questions, create notes, just use it later to listen in text format. So very nice, I believe. Now, finally, Futurepedia is not exactly a tool. It's more of a repository, you can say. You can just create an account on Futurepedia and get recommendations to different tools based on your profile. You have to create a profile, like you have to put in your interests, what kind of work you do, or so on, to get the correct tools recommended to you. But yeah, you can browse a lot of different tools over here. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. But based on what you need, you can just come to Futurepedia and you can search for all of the different tools that you might need for whatever work you do, or even just to research or study or something. Uh, yeah, so that's it. These are all of the different AI tools that you can use to boost productivity. They can help you save time and you can get new ideas. You can use them for brainstorming. They might come up with something you haven't thought of before. You can just use them for self improvement, like improving your English, improving your studying skills, being more organized. So the next things you can do is you can explore your own, uh, try to find your own different tools that suit your needs. These are all just general tools that might be helpful for everyone. One thing that I want to point out, however, is that AI tools were meant to augment and to support us. They were never meant to replace human intelligence or creativity. So, while it is a good idea to use these tools, I don't think it is ever a good idea to rely on them completely. Like, do not rely completely on chat gpt for your education or for your studies. You have to put in some sort of effort from your own side as well. Otherwise, well, these are tools. They will only ever do a certain amount of things for you. They will never do anything great. They can help you do something great. So please use any and all AI tools judiciously. And that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Hi Muskaan, this side Saifur Rahman.
Hi.
Yeah, a nice lecture, and we appreciate your efforts for this AI session. But we are having like I am having experience in cyber security, and I want to know like how can we have like we can use the AI tool, which tool we can use for cyber security, and like can we have a more light and focus on session for AI ethics, because like I have so known so far like AI ethics will help in cyber security governance in future. And what type of the are these tools are free, what you have shown to us, and what type of configuration we should have in laptop so we can use these tools smoothly in laptop.
Hmm.
These tools would work on most laptops. I don't think there's any specific configuration needed because they all work in the browser. Uh, Regarding the session on AI ethics and so on, I think that would you would have to speak to Murshid sir or someone from PSF core team. Uh, can you repeat your questions? I haven't answered, please.
No, no, you have answered almost everything, but like I want to know key like how if we are from cybersecurity domain, which tool, which AI tool is like useful from out of this 15, or like AI ethics will I will connect for the Murshid sir, like how we can continue for the session for AI ethics, and yeah.
So, cyber security tools. Now, this session was designed for a very general audience. We chose these tools that anybody could use. There are a few tools available for cybersecurity, but I'm not familiar with them, so I can't answer this right now. This is something that can be explored later. Uh, can we export the results from this form? Results can be exported, I think, and there's also a analytical part available in that forms.app tool. You would have to use the tool a bit and explore it to see everything that is available. These AI tools, I've picked all of the tools that were shown today were they have at least some sort of free version, or at least you get a trial version. For instance, Notion will give you 20 free AI questions. After that, you can choose to pay for it or not. There are other tools available, but you'll have to explore those. So, the tools that I've shown today are all free or provide some sort of free tier. For instance, Otter gives you 300 free minutes every month in their free plan. How to upload files? Okay, in Humata and Otter and everything, there's a plus button to upload files wherever you want. You can, for the human touch in AI generated content, it's difficult because these are machines, these are AI, and they have been trained to generate data in a certain way. You can use prompts to try and get things to seem more human like, but at the end of the day, I think if you want a human touch in anything, you'd have to take care of it yourself at the end of the day. These tools have quite a few limitations. Best AI tool for learning languages. Now, if you want to focus on the grammar part of something, of the grammar part of a language, there's you can use Grammarly. You can even use, honestly, you can even use Chat GPT to learn a language, at least its basics. But I'd suggest using Duolingo. I've used it before and I think it's very helpful for learning a language. It's not, I don't think it has AI features, but just in general, if you want to learn a language, Duolingo is free and it's very easy to learn from. Now, AI tools to build up my LinkedIn profile. So you can use the chatbots and AI assistants for this, and you can use Leo. Leo has social media posts and a section for that available, and Grammarly and Quillbot will also help you at least create captions or create taglines or something. One of the major topics when using these tools in an office setting is about privacy and data leaks. As majority of these tools always collate information for ML, we were asking to ensure we are not disclosing any sensitive information. Yes, there is a data privacy concern when using AI ML tools. For that, I would always recommend going through their privacy policy in detail. Just make sure where they are using their data, what they are doing with their data. Like some of these tools do not let the data even hit their servers. So please make sure to go through the privacy policy.
No
Yeah,
questions, then probably we can wrap up the session. So probably I'd like to give a word of thanks on behalf of PSF Mumbai. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Speaker Muskaan Shaikh for delivering such an insightful session on 15 free tools. Right. What overwhelmed me was that each topic is in itself is an hour session, right? But you covered it in an hour. It's itself an achievement. And the way you covered it was phenomenal. The reason being you have categorized it into different sections, made a very logical transitions from one to another, which made the audience to also understand each tool properly. And you gave the right amount of time to each of the tool. That was really good. And also thanks to our participants who just joined us on Sunday evening. But I hope this 90 minutes was very useful for you. Probably the aim and objective is that whatever tool is available, we have to use and leverage for our enhancement of our career growth. And also any repeated task or what the task which you want to waste time on, probably we can use an AI tool to do that for us. And as rightly covered by Muskan, right, that AI is just to assist us, right? It's not going to replace probably the creativity and the thinking which human comes up with. But definitely anything which is repeated, which is humans don't want to do it repeatedly, can be covered with an AI tool. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to seeing you in the upcoming masterclass sessions. Thank you everyone.